applied sports science course is just that. It's an applied sports science course. That means the core sort of modules and topics that you'll be taught and will learn are the same as you'd find in most sports science courses. So anatomy, physiology, exercise physiology, nutrition, psychological fundamentals, etc. They're the core of the modules that you'll cover. So we're stood in our sports lab at the moment. This is not only used for teaching, but it's also the performance centre, which means it's utilised for live clients who come in and pay to have some of those tests done for them, or to small groups and teams, which we also have coming in as paid clients. You'll have an opportunity to get involved to support those tests, and then eventually, depending upon your skills and knowledge as you progress through the course, to actually run those tests as well.
I think the lectures are fantastic. I think each lecturer has their kind of specialties, and because our course kind of does everything, we do nutrition, we do psychology, we do physiology, we do everything, and it's just like all the lecturers can help you in each special like kind of area, but they can also kind of direct you in different ways of thinking.
Because our focus is primarily on the physiological testing, as I've said, that the staff who run those particularly have vast experience in working in the sort of physiological testing labs. They're doing the job day to day as well as they're lecturing. So that skill and knowledge gets passed over to you in a very applied and functional manner. For your wider topics and modules, we're all applied practitioners in our own right. We've worked in professional, semi-professional sport and in industry. So again, that applied knowledge can feed into the learning and the understanding that you take away from sessions. They'll stand out as a result of the teaching and the experience that they get. By coming and doing this course, you're showing that this is an area you're really interested in. An example is that we have our links to industry, to Basketball England, for example. So you'll have an opportunity to go out and do field testing on basketball age groups at national, international level. That adds to your CV, not only as a student, but also as a potential employee later on in life. The skills and knowledge and the attributes you'll pick up on this course gives you a real opportunity to move into a profession that's perhaps applied in nature. For example, you'll learn the skills and the physiological testing, both in the lab and in field settings, that will enable you to work potentially in a coaching environment or an elite sport environment, or as part of a strength and conditioning or a rehabilitation team, etc. So there's a whole raft of areas that students could move into on the basis of learning the skills and attributes they've got from here. If this course interests you, please come and visit us, come and speak to us, come and talk to us about your dreams and aspirations, and we'll talk to you back in terms of how we can support that and give you the next step in life.